too official. Through the flag, blew the whistle. 3 words, 2 official.
It's your guy who was never lying, sometimes defiant, TP Way the Giant. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in and rocking with your boy, man. New York Giants salute to all my New York Giant fans that is tuned in. Ain't it quite interesting how quick things can change? I don't know about y'all, man, but I've been keeping my ears to the New York Giant streets, man, and you're starting to hear some type of respect on the New York Giant name, man. Now, I will say this. I know and understand that when it comes to inside the locker room, you have to understand what the Black Mamba, a.k.a. Kobe Bryant, has once taught us, that the job is not done. Oh, yeah, the job is not finished. We are far from it. But as fans, we can hold that down, all right? We could talk our shit. You know what I mean? We could handle all of the other things, man. Inside the locker room, we have to realize that we haven't done a thing just yet, and we have to build on top of a good preseason day. But I'm going to hold down the shit talk, and I'm going to hold down representing for the squad. I hope y'all join me in that. And I ain't going to let nobody, try to rain on a parade and try to belittle what I already know and feel about this team, man. So, yeah, I'm on that type of time. But y'all see the title in the video. We want to get into some winners and some losers, man. There's some guys whose stock has went up. There's some guys whose stock has went down from our first preseason game. We're going to go ahead, and this is going to be like the last recap of things because we got other action in front of us. We got Jets joint practice, and, of course, we got more preseason action to get into. But I definitely want to at least, recognize certain players who caught my attention, man. So without further ado, man, let's get into it. Let's start with the positive, man. I want to start here with Roy Robertson Harris. Oh, yeah, his stock has definitely went up. And I want to say, man, I was not familiar with your game, sir. I was not. I knew that we brought him in to help us with the run stoppage. But this man was definitely one of the guys getting after the quarterback, causing pressure to Mitch Trubisky. And shout out to him. I was looking for that interior defensive lineman that was going to step up, especially with Dexter Lawrence not playing. Robertson Harris was definitely that guy. He showed me something. Shout out to the legend Carl Banks. I seen him put out on X/Twitter that he is a game guy. He is a game guy for sure. And he's saying that with also saying that he's been having himself a good training camp, man. So Roy Robertson Harris, New York Giants, salute to him. I'm definitely going to be paying more and more attention to this guy. He showed me something for sure. Marcus Membo. Matter of fact, man, funk flex bomb for Marcus Membo. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we got one right here, man. I really do think we got one. And as New York Giant fans, we know how important it is and how desperately we need a tackle in Marcus Membo, man. I think he's going to be one of those guys, especially after this preseason showing. I mean, he was whooping ass. He was whooping ass, and I'm glad he's getting the recognition that he deserves. I've been seeing, different clips and different film cut-ups of what he did versus the Bills. Man, Marcus Membo, he definitely is a guy that I'm looking forward to seeing more and more of. I hope that he just continues to build on top of this, and I definitely think we're going to see a lot more from him, man. He should be getting some type of PT. This is one of the guys that we was excited when drafted, and he simply showed us why, man. He simply showed us why. So shout out to Marcus Membo. Stock definitely is risen. We got to give the kicker some love, man. I know we haven't been kicker heavy on this channel, but we know how important it is for us to finish drive with some points. Last year, I ain't going to hold y'all, Graham Gano was pissing me off. And I got to the point where I was ready to look for other options. But Graham Gano said, hold on, man. We all restarting. Let me restart as well. Because he had, 3 field goals that was 50-plus yards. 2 of them was right down the middle. It was kind of, windy conditions at that. Shout out to Graham Gano. Shout out to Graham Gano, man, because he has something to say as well. As this team is rising, as this team is, hitting that reset button, Graham Gano was like, I am as well. So, listen, the kicking game, the evolution in that is just continuing to grow. I mean, the Jacksonville Jaguars had a kicker that hit a 70-yarder? Yeah. Give me the 50-yarders. At least give me the 50-yarders and make them look easy like you did, Graham Gano. So shout out to him. New York Giants salute. His stock has definitely risen. And this is our last one right here, man. We got Montrell Washington. He definitely was showing his ass, man. You see the number 80. I think the spirit of Victor Cruz was definitely attached to that number because Montrell Washington put on a good preseason showing. We've been hearing his name all throughout training camp. He has definitely been having a solid offseason. But to see it in gameplay, to see it in action, to see how exciting he could be with the ball in his hands, to see what he could do at the receiver position, not just in special teams, because I'm confident in having Amir Smith-Marset as the punt/kick returner, to see what he could do in the receiver game. He definitely made a case as to, why he should make this roster, man. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of Montrell Washington. He had one of the biggest highlights of the game, making a defender miss, the acceleration, almost had 6. Now, he did have one big drop in the game, but, we willing to look past that. We'll work on that. Shout out to Montrell Washington. Good preseason debut. Now, of course, there's another side to this. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty, man. We ain't going to hold back no punches. We're going to talk about some guys, man, whose stocks went down, man. Let's start here. Y'all already know this name was going to be up here. James Hudson. James Hudson. That undisciplined shit is something I have a zero tolerance for. We had enough of that last year. Now, James Hudson wants to get in here. He wants to get the fighting and all that other shit. That's cool. That's only cool if you are producing. That's only cool if you're not showing me that you're a guy who's going to continue be undisciplined. Now, in training camp, I've already mentioned this plenty of times before, but in training camp, he was one of the first guys, if not the first guy, to be sent off the field and lose out of reps because of pre-snap penalties. We get into the preseason game, and he is basically the weakest link on the offensive line. Offensive line looked pretty good. As a whole, looked pretty good. That first group looked solid. The weak link was Andrew Thomas's replacement, and that was James Hudson. We had a holding call, but then you had a pre-snap penalty, and we know we cannot deal with that shit this year. So, James Hudson, I need you to tighten up. You got big shoes that you need to step in, man. Anybody who is stepping into Andrew Thomas's replacement when he is not on the field, you got to put up, man. You got to put up. And to be quite frank, the way Marcus Membo was looking, I'm on the side of putting Jermaine Illuminor over here on the left side and putting Marcus Membo on that right side. So James Hudson definitely has to show us something, definitely has to tighten up. His stock went down. Evan Neal. Now, Evan Neal was injured all of a sudden. I still don't know to what degree that his injury held, but I also know, listen, Evan Neal is damn near injury-prone, is an injury-prone guy too. Evan Neal is always hurt. Now, right when we was giving this man credit, right when he was stacking good days on top of good days, we worked to get here to the preseason game, to get to some real action. I was excited to see Evan Neal. I wanted to see what he looked like lined up against other guys, man. And while this whole offensive line ate, this whole offensive line showed me something, you know who was not a part of it? Evan Neal. I don't know what's going on with his injury. Hopefully he gets that shit together. But all in all, injury, whether it was his fault, whether it's something he could control or not, injury means unavailability. His stock went down. Cordell Flott. This is kind of one and the same, man. Similar to what Evan Neal kind of dealt with, just not having him available. Cordell Flott is low-key another name, man, that is consistently on the injury list. Now, people are talking about Deonte Banks was looking sorry or trash and stuff. I seen all of that crap. I don't know what game y'all was watching. I really don't. Deonte Banks did not have a bad showing. I watched the game over again to make sure that what I was saying was official and like I thought. Deonte Banks did not have a poor showing. Matter of fact, I think he stepped more into that CB2 role, and right now he's in the lead. Right now he's in the lead. Technically, it's still a battle. Technically, it's still a fight, but I got Deonte Banks in this, man, and the best ability is availability right now, man. And Cordell Flott, we just got to see him on the field, man. We got to get him healthy. We got to see him on the field. So his stock, for me, went down just for the simple fact, not anything that he did playing-wise, but for the simple fact that he's just not available right now. And when it was time for him to really step into this competition, really step into this role of battling that CB2 position, he wasn't there this week. He wasn't there. Devin Singletary, man. Now, y'all know, man, this is a guy that I've consistently been saying that he's a lot better than what people would have given him credit for. But I'm not going to hold y'all, man. Dante Turbo Miller, it's only but for so long you're going to keep putting him on a practice squad. It's only but for so long you're going to keep putting him on a back burner. I mean, I'm not even going to say Dante Miller's stock really has risen because we knew Turbo was like that. But, hey, man, some decisions are tough decisions. I know a lot of y'all don't even look at this as a tough decision, and I respect it because, honestly, Turbo Miller is like that. Turbo Miller has shown us consistently as to the type of back that he could be for us and in this league, man. And I am more than ready to give this guy a shot. Pause. Super pause on that. But Devin Singletary, he just didn't do enough for me to think otherwise. And so his stock has definitely went down. And with saying that, Turbo Miller's stock has risen. And it's always risen, to be honest with you. It's just about making that decision, man. It's time to move him up in the depth chart, for real. He is more than a preseason warrior. We need to see more Turbo. So that's my little quick list there. Of course, I feel like you could really, go on and on with this list. But I wanted to do 4 and 4. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all personally think. Whose stock would you say has risen? Whose stock would you say went down? Let me know in the comments. If you're new to this channel, do not forget to subscribe. Also, like this video. Let all the New York Giant fans know this is where we at, and this is how we giving it up over here, man. New York Giants salute to each and every one of you. Yeah, it's action time. It's action time, man. We about to get into these joint practice period. Look forward to that. I'll holla at y'all, and until I holla at y'all, FIFA, faux fun. Peace.
AKA lion, AKA tiger, how we swinging 9, walking through the fire, certified pioneer. Yeah. Keep applying pressure to the foes, born closer than 90 pit, closer than my dish. TP way the Giant here.